Strategy games commentary.
Hello, this is the Jack of Strategy Games commentary, bringing you another game of Supreme Commander 2 on whatever the hell this map is, because I have no idea what it is. The players are, we've got Le General, who's down here, who's, yep, Aeon. We also have Lobster, who's Cybran, isn't he always? We have Supreme, who's also Aeon, in the opposite corner from Le General. And we have Ruffle King, who is indeed Yuye. Well, depending on what people do, Ruffle King could either be in a very good position or a very bad position. Right now, a good choice for Ruffle King would be to get one naval factory spamming cruisers around the island. Just build one, set on a patrol around the island, and keep it going round and round and round and round. Well, a patrol won't work; it'll stop as soon as it finds something in range to fire. But if you just hold shift and queue up a ton of move orders, and that's exactly what he's done. He's got that queued right there, spotted that. You just go round and round and round and round, and it just keeps firing attack missiles at everyone, and it's ever so much fun. It's a lot harder with Aeon players and their damn hover tanks, but it can still be done with careful attention. All you do is then add some planes into that to cover any land forces that come out towards you, and you're golden. But using land instead of air will also work. Just means you won't be able to cover your own boats in the water. Lobster looks like he's got an air factory going up. Is he going air? It's an interesting choice as a Cybran. No one will actually be expecting it, but it'll be good. Especially if he goes straight for gunships. My god, can they eat into land force quickly. And Cybran gunships are the strongest in the game. They're strong and they're survivable. Aeon gets Survivability Award. Cybran gets oh my god, I'm going to kill you award. They get a huge 35% fire rate increase, as well as a huge 30% bonus damage increase. They are mean. It's a good choice to go for. But it looks like Supreme is being hugely aggressive with his comm, charging right at Lobster. Lobster sees it coming and is getting ready to engage. If he hadn't spent his research yet, now would be the chance to get training on that damn comm. Go Lobster, go! He's going to try and build a PD, but he doesn't look like he has the mass, and Supreme is already too close enemy. Lobster's plane is getting killed by... it's getting killed by Le General and over Ruffle's base. That's kind of impressive. Well, it looks like Supreme definitely has a damage upgrade on that comm. It's unfortunate for Lobster, but Lobster's going to push him back and probably suicide in his base at this rate. Supreme does have tanks coming along, but is it going to be enough? Is it going to be enough? Lobster is not building anything anymore, but yep, he's just being chased down by that comm. If Lobster can get an engineer somewhere to build a point defense to retreat, and even the factory would be a good choice. But it looks like it's all too late for Lobster. He's just trying to push Supreme away. He is inflicting a lot more damage on the comm now, but Supreme has a range upgrade, meaning Lobster's going to have to get close. Lobster's in a bit of trouble. He's in a huge bit of trouble, but nope, it's not working. Not working. Rebuild. Rebuild, Lobster. No, it's not looking good for Lobster at all. And it looks like Le General is going air as well. He's going for Ruffle King's tanks there, the two of them. Supreme comm does survive. That is pretty much game over for Lobster. I'm sure there's quite a bit of anger there. Lobster does have a shield up and he is trying to bomb the comm with a single plane. Hopefully he can get more planes out. Supreme does walk into the shield and does a lot more damage there. Lobster's still trying to build that PD, but it's just not enough. It's just not enough. The health regen on comms are just too great for a single bomber to do any damage, which is unfortunate. So, what's Ruffle doing? He's getting cruisers out, so it's all good. He's actually going for a second naval factory. That's interesting. It's a bit wasteful, but hopefully he can make some use of it. Le General is going full on air. It's all good. Just going to have to be careful with his choice of upgrades. He's definitely going to need flares to deal with Ruffle King now. I hope he's well aware of that. Lobster's trying to make us a quick switch to land. Hopefully it will work. We shall find out. Le General hasn't built much, and he's got Ruffle King to deal with up here. Ruffle King kills that engineer now. He's going for the mass point. Fortunately, let's go by Lobster enough time to maybe get this factory built and some bots built. Finish it, Lobster. Ooh, that's a lot of damage. Repair the factory, Lobster. You can do it. Or keep running, keep running, keep running! Poor Lobster. Oh. Oh. No. Bye, NG. And that's Lobster's last NG. Just wasn't meant to be, Mr. Lobster. Just wasn't meant to be. Oh well, that's Lobster out of the game, it's unfortunate, but here comes Le General going. Looks like he's going to meet Supreme's com and kill it. Although he's going for the AA tower instead. He does have a lot of flames there, so it's not going to be any issue. And Supreme's com's so out of position, Supreme is going to lose his com as well. So unfortunate. But, oh well. And here comes cruisers from Ruffle King. They're also going for Supreme's back base. It's unfortunate for Supreme, but doing a kind of com rush it. You could only say, that's karma for you. Supreme is running into the water, trying to survive, but unable to defend his base. It's all over for Supreme at this point. Unless he can sneak out the water without someone spying him. I mean, he's only waist high in the water, but still enough for apparently it to be untargetable. Who knows how this game works? I doubt even the developers know entirely how it works. Here comes Ruffle King. He is moving in tanks in his own com. This shouldn't be an issue for Ruffle King at all. And his com trying to make all the difference. Those poor Aeon tanks, they didn't stand a chance. And that's pretty much the end of Le General. Le General? That's impressive. That's pretty much the end of Supreme. His com may be safe down there, bathing in the water, but my god, his base is gonna die. I wonder what Le General is going to do about those cruisers, however. There's already 4 of them, and there are 2 back in Ruffle King's base. The wise move now would be to send those extra 2 down to Le General's base. Start harassing him, get him to focus on the naval while your tank's rolling from the front. And these tanks right here, just move them down and in, just move them down and in, while your naval goes round and deals from the other side. Looks like Supreme's gone for nanites as well, so that's a quicker repair for his com, but still not going to help. He's going to need an AA upgrade on him to stand any form of chance against Le General. It's a lot of air, but Le General needs to pay more attention. He sees a com out of the water and he's going straight for it. Poor Supreme. Getting hit by 1 bomb, doing almost no damage. What are these planes doing? They're just circling that one plane. They're singling him out for reasons unknown. There we go. Off they go. He's regrouping them. But it looks like Ruffle King focusing on Supreme is going to be a massive disadvantage later on. He does have a lot of cruisers, possibly enough to deal with the planes, but he's got no AA around his main base, which is unfortunate to no end. And as a result, he is going to, as you see, lose a lot of mass points. There's 1 so far. Here comes the next. 2 bombs. Apparently Le General was feeling generous. He's coming around for a second pass, so that generosity was short-lived. He also targeted the radar. Poor radar. Ruffle King leaving his com out of position once again. Oh, if Le General doesn't issue a move order, these are going to fly right into the cruisers. Cruisers do eat planes for breakfast. And they have left Supreme with a factory. So, Supreme could recover from this if no one pays much more attention to him. But Le General, being such a threat as he is with all those planes, ooh, it's not looking good for either Ruffle King or Le General. They could kill each other, leaving Supreme to build, but it doesn't look like that's to be the case, as Ruffle King is still moving out on Supreme. He's determined to kill Supreme. Clearly, you can almost hear his comm screaming vengeance in the name of Lobster. It is the price you pay for trying to go air on this map. Someone attacks you early, you're crippled. It is actually just as bad as Arctic Refuge in terms of size. Ruffle King wants he's just screaming death to Supreme right now. He doesn't even need to move his land force and calm out. He could leave his cruisers to do it all. Oh well. But I suppose the sooner he kills Supreme's base, the sooner he can move his cruisers out on Le General. And the sooner he does that, the better. It's so much better. To be honest, I still don't know why he hasn't done it. He's got 3 cruisers here. They could be harassing Le General. They could be harassing him. Poor Ruffle. He's still leaving his cruisers up here when he could be attacking Le General. It's unfortunate. And Supreme's still chilling out in the water, looking across the ocean, contemplating the wrongs he's done to Lobster. Who knows what he'll decide in the end. Maybe he'll kill himself from the guilt, or go on a madman's rampage trying to kill everyone. Look at him mulling it over. As he's mulling it over, it looks like Le General is moving out on Ruffle King again, and was that a Scorch Bomb, I wonder, or just normal bombs? If those wrecks are still there, it's probably just normal bombs. Yep, normal bombs. But with all those cruisers still at Supreme's old base, they're not going to help much. You're going to have to get them as close to the coast as possible to help you heal Ruffle. But to be honest, you've already left it too late, and yeah, you're going to have a hard time dealing with them unless you be aggressive. Force them to attack your cruisers, move them into attack position. That's it. That's the order I want to see, just a little bit further down now. Like, Supreme is actually rebuilding. He must have escaped with an engineer, so hopefully if he remains unnoticed, but yeah, it's too late for Supreme. Le General's noticed, and I'm sure he's going to put a stop to it shortly. Especially once that engineer dies, they'll know full well, yep, Supreme has to die. Here goes the land force. This land force is going to die now. How are we going to see Scorch Bombs? Still no Scorch Bombs. But that's nowhere near enough AA. Le General, I should say, does have AA at least flares. So it is kind of an anti-air, so yeah, it works. That poor PD didn't stand a chance. Sure, at this point Le General will decide, yep, those engineers have to die. Hopefully it's in, and oh my! Ruffle King was so scared of tanks floating across the water to his cruisers that he even got up Poseidon. This thing eats land for breakfast, and hopefully it'll make short work of Le General's base. We shall see soon enough, but he's going to have to do his best to hide it in the cruisers. Le General once again bombing the land force. Luckily he didn't go for the AA, but as little as there is of it, it's going to be hard for Ruffle to do anything. There's one mass point down. Looks like Le General already sees a threat coming towards him, and although it's too late for him to stop it, he can at least minimise the damage he takes. But he's got to choose his target well. 20 bombers per cruiser is all you need. Don't overkill now. That's an overkill. Yeah, there we go. Looks like he's going for Poseidon now. Poseidon is probably a good decoy, but there's still not enough cruisers here. It's unfortunate for Ruffle King. If they'd invested more in cruisers in land, he could actually be turning this around. Hopefully he has enough cruisers to make a difference, so we'll see. It looks like he does not. He probably does not have the training at all. Cruisers and training are one evil combo. Oh my. He is losing cruisers one at a time, but is he killing enough air to make the difference? Right now he really needs to continue making cruisers, which he is not, which is unfortunate. So he's trying to send in a horde of AA as well, but it's not going to be enough. And Supreme has marched out of the water and is now marching towards Le General's base. Le General could be in for a nasty surprise, which could actually give Ruffle King the edge if Supreme goes full all out. If Le General goes all out to kill that comm, we shall see soon enough. Le General has actually lost a lot of planes when you think about it. But I guess it's over for those cruisers. They were not meant for this world, and one left. How will it react? Bye bye, cruiser. It's just the land now. Ruffle King is actually building more cruisers now, which is a good idea, but hopefully Supreme will distract Le General long enough to allow Ruffle King to build enough cruisers to make a difference. Although Ruffle King is idling with his tanks when he could be attacking things, which is unfortunate. There he goes. Ruffle King does have extra mass points now, or some more mass points. Hopefully that'll make a difference. He really needs to get a lot of cruisers out now. They're going to be a saving grace. Although with Supreme rebuilding, that could still be a problem. It looks like Supreme might end up meeting Ruffle King's comm. Ah, gunships from Le General. That's a bad mistake when there's cruisers in the game. Fun fact, cruisers move faster than gunships. It lives. It survived. Looks like Supreme's just chilling out in Loster's old base. He's managed to claim most of the mass points, which is fortunate for him, and he is actually building air as well. An even bigger problem for Le General. Not so much Ruffle King, as he'll be unshielded, untrained, non-flared planes. That won't threaten Ruffle King in the slightest. So Le General is definitely in the position of biggest threat here. How will we proceed with that position? Is he going to hold off to rebuilds, or will we be aggressive? In all honesty, he should be aggressive. Right now, you really need to attack. Strike at the economy of the enemy. Go for their mass points. Don't let them have a chance to rebuild. And it looks like that's exactly what he's gonna do. Go, go, kill. He's gone for the factory. Well, it kinda works, but the cruisers are out of position and they're not gonna help. Oh, they could help. They might get a shot off. They did not help at all. They're actually moving away from being helpful, which is actually unfortunate. They are turning, but is it too late? It is in fact too late. There's only 5 cruisers there and a ton of planes. Looks like Le General is systematically killing every structure of Ruffle King's, not caring about the AA in the slightest. It's a good move. Sticking around to kill the AA would cost you more planes than it's worth. Leave killing AA to the gunships. Leave planes to killing boats. It's as simple as that. That Ruffle King is building more naval on the left side here. Hopefully he can ninja that up and harass people then. He's definitely going to need it for Supreme. And Supreme is actually going to march. Is he going for the mass point, or is he going to push on forward? Looks like he's got to be cautious. He's got to build the radar in the mass point, but here comes Le General. Pure calm. Oh, the calm did take the hit quite well. About 5 more passes and that should be the end of Supreme's calm. Oh, where'd he go? He teleported to the water. Smart move, but that's just going to encourage his... It's just going to even more encourage his own demise. Here comes Supreme, just trying to move his planes out, but once again, doing that so soon, it's just going to play right into Le General's hands. Here goes Le General with the attack order. Yeah, those planes are melting. Now those planes lasted long. Le General could go for the base right now. It would be the wise choice. He's actually trying to capture a tank. Ruffle King sees it, but is it too late? Oh, he just got away with that tank. Looks like everyone's now playing wholly cautiously now. But the more caution everyone faces, the better the position Ruffle King would be in my opinion. The more cruisers he gets in, there'll be a tipping point where there's just not enough planes in the world. But it doesn't look like it's going to matter. It looks like Le General's decided now's the time to move out with all those gunships, and there's a lot of them. A lot of them. There's what? Maybe 40 odd there? 40 gunships? Possibly more? And he's going straight for the AA. Nothing Ruffle King can do. It looks like he's just going to try and group up all his cruisers and send them out as a death squad. Hopefully there'll be enough. With Le General investing in heavily in gunships, those cruisers actually could inflict a lot of damage. Especially if Le General's losing a lot of planes, well, some planes to the AA maybe. What's Le General going to do against his land force? Use this handful of gunships that are still there? Le General's just... At this point it looks like Le General's just mopping up everyone. He doesn't care about keeping things alive, he just wants people dead now. Killed him dead I say. Like Le General. Still hasn't seen that land force sneaking up on him I don't think. Because he really should be using those gunships. I can't figure out why he isn't. There he goes. There we go. Well, Lobster's lost his initial base, so everyone but Le General's just moved around him. And I say Lobster, I mean Ruffle King. See, look at all these cruisers. That's more like it. Just a few more. Just keep them near the coast, you'll be able to kill a lot of the gunships. And you'll be set. It looks like Le General is losing a lot of planes here, but that's completely in Ruffle King's favour right now. I wonder when Ruffle King will decide to move out. He's not actually going to comb bomb those gunships, is he? Well, can you say oh balls for Ruffle King? Keeping his comm alive is the most important thing he could have done, and now it's gone. He does have one engineer here though, so hopefully he can keep that alive, and hopefully these cruisers will inflict a lot of damage on those gunships. Hopefully. Looks like Supreme's back down to his comm and he's trying to keep those AA alive. That's not going to help. Soon that comm will die. Well, if Le General was ever paying much attention, but well. Oh, is this a forced fire? This is a forced fire. But Supreme was ready for it and they did move out of the way. Oh, what's going on up here? Are the cruisers actually doing much? Probably not. The only way they'd work is if they kited the gunships, but if I'm not kiting, they're getting massacred. Poor Ruffle King. Bye, factories. Sinking into the abyss of death. So now it's just Supreme. What is Le General going to do about a calm in the water? He could continue force firing, but there are better options. What will he take, I wonder? Yeah. Well, we know it's game over anyway, so... Supreme's just being a troll, staying alive like this, but... Especially to another Aeon, but... The choice is obvious. I guess I could just cut the video to end here, because... We all know Le General's won it. There's nothing Supreme can do to come back. Not even with a full upgraded comm, especially with all those gunships. He does try to do a force fire, and oh, the Scorch Bombs actually worked. You may get to see Supreme die before I end this video. Another pass is all that's necessary, Le General. Go, another pass. Do it again. Again, I say. What is with that patrol? Oh well. Supreme needs to die. I'd like to show it, but there's only so much I can show. I mean, what else is there to say? Le General was fortunate that Ruffle King went for Supreme. Supreme went for Lobster and stopped there, allowing Le General all the time in the world to rebuild. Or rebuild? Build up. Unfortunately for Ruffle King, he did get that one Poseidon, which would have been better spent getting more and more cruisers, but you do what you do, you do what you do. You know what? You know what? I know I shouldn't, but... well, it's over. Balls to it. I wanted to show you I'm dying, but it's not going to happen, so I'm just going to end it. I hope you enjoyed watching the game without the lack of end. So you can check my channel for more, and you can also subscribe, so... yeah? Still no force fire. Damn you, Le General.